Hello, lions, eagles, snakes, and badgers. Today we will be doing my Patronus charm. Now, let's see. So, the Patronus charm is the most famous and famously difficult defensive charm. The aim is to produce a silvery white guardian or protector which takes the form of an animal. The exact form of the Patronus will not be apparent until the spell has been successfully cast. One of the most powerful defensive charms known to be wizard kind, the Patronus can also be used as a messenger between wizards, as a pure protective magical concentration of happiness and hope. The recollection of a single talisman memory is essential in its creation. It is the only spell effective against dementors. The majority of witches and wizards are unable to produce Patronuses, and to do so is generally considered a mark of superior magical ability. Some witches and wizards may manage an incorporeal Patronus, which resembles a mass or wisp of silvery vapor or smoke. In some cases, a witch or wizard may choose to produce an incorporeal Patronus deliberately if he or she wishes to disguise the form it generally takes. Remus Lupin, for instance, is afraid that his corporeal Patronus gives too much away. The incorporeal Patronus is not a true Patronus, and while it will give limited protection, it cannot provide the defense power of the corporeal Patronus, which has the form and substance of an animal. The Patronus charm is one of the most ancient of charms and appears in many accounts of early magic. In spite of a long association with those fighting for lofty or noble causes, those able to produce corporeal Patronuses were often elected to high office within the Wizarding Gamut and the Ministry of Magic. The Patronus is not unknown among dark wizards, while there is a widespread and justified belief that a wizard who is not pure of heart cannot produce a successful Patronus. The most famous example of the spell backfiring is that of the dark wizard Ratshidian, who was devoured by maggots. A rare few witches and wizards of questionable morals have succeeded in producing this charm. Dolores Umbridge, for example, is able to conjure a cat Patronus to protect herself from dementors. It may be that a true and confident belief in the rightness of one's actions can supply the necessary happiness. However, most such men and women who became destined to the effect of the dark creatures with whom they may ally themselves regard the Patronus as an unnecessary spell to have in their arsenal. No reliable system for predicting the form of an individual Patronus have ever been found, although the great 18th century researcher of charms, Professor Catullus Spangle, set forth certain principles that are widely accepted as true. The Patronus, asserted Spangle, represents that which is hidden, unknown, but necessary within the personality. Now, we will be reading something from the Harry Potter movies. For it is evident, he writes in his masterwork Charms of Defense and Deterrence, that a human confronted with inhuman evil such as the Dementor must draw upon his resources he or she may never have needed, and the Patronus is the awakened secret self that lies dormant until needed, but which must not be brought to light. Here, says Spangles, the explanation for the appearance of Patronuses in forms that their casters might not expect, for which they had never felt particular affinity, or, in rare cases, even recognize. Spangle is interesting on the subjects of those unusual witches and wizards who produce a Patronus that takes the form of their favorite animal. Now, something from the what's that called again? Prisoner of Azkaban, yes. It is my firm belief that such a Patronus is an indicator of obsession or eccentricity. Here is a wizard who may not be able to hide their essential self in common life, who may indeed parade tendencies that others might prefer to conceal. Whatever the form of their Patronus, you would be well advised to show respect, and occasionally caution towards a witch or wizard who produce the Patronus of their choice. The form of a Patronus may change during the course of a witch or wizard's life. Instances have been known to the form of the Patronus transforming due to bereavement, falling in love, or profound shifts in a person's character. Thus, Nymphadora Tonks Patronus changes from a jackrabbit to a wolf, not a werewolf, when she falls in love with Remus Lupin. Some witches and wizards may be able to produce a Patronus at all until they have undergone some kind of physic shock. It is usual, but not inefficient, for a Patronus to take the form of an animal commonly found in Castor's native country. Given their long affinity with humans, it is perhaps unsurprising that among the most common Patronuses, although it must be remembered that any corporeal Patronus is highly unusual, are dogs, cats, and horses. However, every Patronus is as unique as its creator, and even identical twins have been known to produce very different Patronuses. Extinct Patronuses are very rare but not unknown. Strangely, given the long connection with wizard kind, all Patronuses are unusual. Most uncommon of all Patronuses are magical creatures such as dragons, kestrels, and phoenixes. Never forget, though, that one of the most famous Patronus of all time was Lowly Mouse, which belonged to a legendary young wizard called Laius, who used it to hold off an attack from an army of Dementors single-handedly. While a rare and magical Patronus undoubtedly reflects an unusual personality, it does not follow that it is more powerful or will enjoy greater success at defending its caster. Now, it's time to discover my Patronus. That was a bit long, so this is better with headphones, but I won't use the headphones for today. Now, let's see what we've got here. Interesting forest, I think it's the dark forest. The Patronus is a kind of positive force, a projection of the very things that the Dementor feeds upon. Hope, happiness, the love to survive. Remus Lupin said this. Now, let's see what's next. This forest is magnificent. Discover your Patronus. You can only discover your Patronus once the questions are timed. Go with your instincts. Let's begin. Relax, think of your happiest moments. Now, let's see. Serve, protect, and seek. Protect. A Dementor could got you while you hesitated. Choose again. Now, let us continue. Torn blade leaf. Leaf. Let's start again. Relax, think of your happiest moments. I think this isn't working. Now, leaf. Why isn't this working? Alas, not fast enough. Concentrate on your happiest moments and try again. Well, this isn't working. Glow, glitter, shine. Glow. Why isn't this quiz working? Wait, I think it did work. Shadow, bright. Bright. I don't know why this isn't even working. Too slow. This poke requires fast reflexes. Try another. Is this serious? Blood, bone. Blood. I don't know, but this isn't even working. We lost a little focus there. Remember, go with your instincts. I am going with my instincts. This thing isn't working. Sun, wind, rain. Rain. Now, let's see. Sweet, salt. Sweet. Well, this isn't even working. Alas, not fast enough. Concentrate on your happy memory and try again. Is this serious? It's working only a bit. Blood. For blood. Now, let's continue. What Save, escape, or lead? Lead. Why isn't this working? Escape. No. Now, let's continue with our quiz. It's almost there. Safe, free. Safe. I think it's better if it's safe. So close to Patronus, something's taking form. That's really good, actually. I don't know why this is really failing me. Spirit, heart, or mind? Mind. Then again, I choose heart. Now, let's continue. My Patronus is a touch, drag, and release for your Patronus. Patronus is a mink. And what is a mink? Oh, it's really cute, actually. Okay. Goodbye, everybody. In the next episode, on the wand ceremony, we'll be discovering my wand, going to Ollivanders. So, bye, and thank you if you're subscribing to my channel. Goodbye. See you at Hogwarts.